Hello my dear travelers, it's your guide and cook Mimic and happy Pride Month! Today I'm just showing you how to do sugar cookies done up in royal icing, showing off some of the flags and colors of pride. So roll up your sleeves, get all your stuff out, and let's make some lovely pride cookies today. First, we are going to get out a mixing bowl and add 2 sticks of softened, unsalted butter and a cup of sugar. Get out your stand or hand mixer and beat the butter and sugar together. Next, you're just going to add 1 egg and then just 1 teaspoon of the Oops. No one saw that. It's fine. It's fine. Just 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and then mix that in next. Now the next things we add into the mixture is a little bit of baking powder, then cornstarch, and a pinch of salt. There. Once that is well incorporated, you'll slowly start to add in the flour, mixing it a little at a time to avoid a mess and to make sure that everything is well mixed in with no flour clumps. Once that is complete, we are going to let this chill for about an hour in your fridge. After the hour, preheat your oven to 350 and the dough should be firm enough to roll out on a floured surface. Don't roll the dough out too thin, and you can start using your cookie cutters to start making the cookies. Once you have the cookies ready, place them onto a parchment-lined cookie sheet and bake them for about 11 to 12 minutes. Let them cool on a cooling rack completely. Now, the trick I learned to keep my cookies from spreading out after baking is to also put the cut cookies into the fridge while they are waiting to be put into the oven after the other ones have baked. That way they still retain most of their shape and they still come out pretty clean. Now, I don't have a videoed out version of what I did for the icing, but here's what you're going to want to do. Get out a mixing bowl again and beat together with your stand or hand mixer 3 egg whites until they are foamy. add 4 cups of confectioner sugar in, mixing it with the egg whites 1 cup at a time. And then add a teaspoon of vanilla extract to it and continue mixing it until you get stiff peaks from the frosting. It should have a smooth consistency. After that, separate the frosting into other containers so you can add the dyes to them. If you want the consistency to be a little less stiff, so you can flood the cookie while decorating, what I did was add a little water to the frosting till I had the right consistency. I used the stiff frosting for the details on the D20s and the flooding to make the flags and the hearts, as well as to fill in the spaces of the D20s. So, once the cookies are cool and your frosting is all ready, you can go ahead and start decorating them. I just did very basic. You have your pride flags, you have your pride hearts, and you have your D20s decorated with the pride colors. And before anyone comments anything, no, I don't have every flag. I only did the ones that I was able to get the colors for, and I have limited supplies. So I went with the colors that were closest to a lot of friends in my inner circle. But just know, in my kitchen, anyone part of the LGBTQ community is welcomed here. You're all loved and seen. The final result were these surprisingly pretty cookies. This was my first time using royal icing, and I just loved how the colors popped, and the cookies themselves had great texture, were sweet, and perfectly shaped. I would highly recommend you guys give this a try for D&D night and get creative with your icing. This year and the last few years have been really daunting for LGBTQ plus folks. We are in really scary times, but hope all of you out there that are listening and watching this are supported by your loved ones and community. D&D surprisingly became that community for me when I was younger and had started living by myself. It allowed me to explore myself in ways that I was scared to do in real life at the time. Now I've grown more confident in myself and have much stronger relationships with people who support me and my goals. So I hope for all of you under the Pride flag to have your communities support you, whether that be through tabletop games, other fandoms, LGBTQ plus groups, or your friends and family. Now, I've talked long enough. Please subscribe to my channel for the next video upload, and be safe on your travels. Bye now.